Welcome back, dear viewers. You're still watching Nile Cruise on Nile TV, and in this segment we have with us a very special guest, dear viewers. Antiquities Minister Dr. Khalid Anani stressed that his ministry was keen on developing the Egyptian museums to turn them into cultural hubs, as they are considered ancient and historical treasures. More than 20 museums have been inaugurated or developed throughout the past 8 years, and we're going to discuss the various means to raise the awareness of people on the significance of museums with our prominent guest, Rana Ihab, an Egyptologist. Very good day, Rana, and it's a pleasure to have you with us always on Nile TV here and Nile Cruise.
Thank you so much.
Rana, how to raise the awareness of people towards the significance of our museum?
Actually, this point is very important to increase how important our heritage and our archaeology in general way. So increasing the awareness of it, it's played a role not only on the Ministry of Antiquities, but also the people, the local community, the people who, the tour guiding, the archaeologists, everything or everyone related to this place should increase the awareness by this point here. So sometimes when we going to any other place, we will find the people who guard the place itself. So in this point, they played important role to follow the instruction and to tell the visitors in this place how they the place is amazing, how the importance to visit this place, to understand the meaning of the objects and everything related to that.
Wonderful. The Ministry of Education seeks to include knowledge and awareness materials into the educational curriculum of the basic education level. What is the significance? What is the significance of this move from your own point of view as an Egyptologist?
Actually, this is a kind of amazing news to hear something like that, because when we're talking about the history subject or geography subject, so the parents, when they hearing about this news, they telling, no, we didn't want this because it will be a kind of hard for our children. But this is completely not true, because if you tell your children how they can write the hieroglyphs word or the hieroglyphic letters, will be something amazing. When they visiting the museums, when they are visiting the temples, tombs, anything related to this, and they start to consider the letters and how they can pronounce it, so this is something good for them. And this is also increase the awareness. If we talking about our children and increasing the awareness and levels, this is not only for the level of education or basic education, it also played a role in the universities, in the colleges. So all the people should know how is the amazing is this subject or this terms or this awareness of the Egyptology, especially if we want to add the hieroglyphic letters or hieroglyphic language as a subject in the schools.
That's wonderful. Okay, organizing trips for school students to various touristic governorates will be a part of the new knowledge and awareness materials. How far will these trips support the belongings feeling in children?
Actually, this is one of the most amazing things that our ministry started doing during those past years or last years in general, to involve our students' school in the archaeological site. So who doesn't remember in his children when he visits the pyramids? Yeah, I visit the pyramids for once in my life when I'm in the school. So this is a kind of a very, very important, especially when we're doing activities inside the heritage place or the archaeological place. So this will be non-forget thing in their memory forever, especially if it's a good tour. So doing a kind of this, it's increase the awareness in the beginning, and increase the relation between the people, the students and their country, and this is one of the most important things during those trips.
Wonderful. How would these trips raise children's passion to learn more about tourism and antiquities in Egypt, especially that it is very obvious that the trend is to let the children learn more about tourism and antiquities? And why is this trend, or why is this move?
Actually, this move can doing something by doing it by different way. For example, if we doing it in the level itself, we see how the level we can doing with it. For example, we cannot do the same activity with the primary as we doing it with the high school. So we create a kind of different activities. We create a kind of different passions related to their minds. We looking for how their minds level going or doing, and we took the activities according to that. For example, in the high school, they believed more in the walks. So we can doing a kind of opening tour for them, and tell me what you can see, how you can describe the art, how you can describe the object from your point of view. Then I can correct the info for them, or they will doing it incorrect, and this is the point here. We can do it, for example, with the high level.
Okay, museums now organize children's activities. How do you view this? One of them, of course, is the NEMC, which is the National Egyptian Civilization Museum in Fustat, of course.
Yes, exactly. This is coming
not only children activities, but
exactly for all the levels.
Exactly.
And also, it's the department itself in the education. So it's not related to only children, but also the people who can do this activities is related something to the jewelries. So I'm interested to do it, to know how I can make those jewelries for the people, or for myself. Maybe I'm going to start my own business after I finish all of these workshops. So this is a kind of amazing thing. And also actually all the museums now around Cairo in general doing or having a kind of education department, and this is something very, very strong and very, very good, because it's increased the awareness again and again.
Okay, Rana, museums today use technology in displaying their artifacts, offering guests an exciting experience. Would you tell us more from your own perspective?
Yes, actually, in this point here, we can talk about the kinds of the activities that they're doing in the museums. For example, they're doing workshops. They are doing a kind of new technology in this point. Like if I'm going to wear my VR glasses and doing or being in another way in Egypt. If I'm here now in Muhammad Ali Palace, but I wanted to take a tour in a palace, another palace. So how I can do this? This is come from the new technology I use, like the VR, and I can see any details for that. Sometimes when the technology, when I have a screens to describe how this object or this material work in ancient times. So this is the point here.
Tell us more about VR.
That's VR glasses. You can wear it, and it's a virtual tour, for sure. And when you have inscriptions in a very high way, you can see it in specific details with clear colors. So this is give you a great experience, because if you are now in the place and you cannot see everything in details, but if you're wearing your VR glasses, you will see it, and this is an amazing thing.
Okay, art is a way of survival. How does the role of museums fulfill this statement?
I wanted to say something is very important, that we create or we start to construct the building after we are choosing the objects of that. So when we see an object related to the ancient Egyptian, for the modern history, for anything, we can take this and we start to create the building, which is the object reflects the art on the building itself. So art is a part from our life. Everything in life we are doing it according to the art. If we are designing anything, we're doing according to art. So from ancient times, when they are talking about how the art is important, they prove that to us from what they left for us.
Wonderful. Do you believe that holding cultural, sports and entertaining events in museum would encourage you to know more about their heritage?
Yes, for sure. Because if I didn't have any kind of activity in one place, how I will know this place is important? Actually, during the last 2 years, Egypt doing a great propaganda about our heritage and about our history. So now all the people is coming here to see the Namek, for example, to see the Luxor and the venue of the Sphinx. All of that, if they didn't see the show, the propaganda, how I will do in this place, how I can act or doing any kind of activities, if I didn't see this is will be, maybe I hear about the place, but when I see, this is completely different experience.
Of course. How far activating domestic tours will raise the awareness of our great heritage?
As I mentioned, this has played an important role, but we are not only one are responsible for that. All the stakeholders which is related to the place should doing a great effort to create a great program and start in marketing of those places. We have amazing heritage and archaeological sites here in Egypt. So when we are doing a kind of group project, it's coming on with a very confident way, with a very amazing place, make all the people want to see how this place is amazing, and that's it.
Okay, some series were filmed, of course, at some museums, including this very important museum now, the Nile Palace Museum that we are shooting in now. How do you view this, and how far would shooting films or series at museums promote classical tourism?
This has played a good role, but when we talk about the positive side, that shows when the people see the film or the movie or the scene for this movie or film, the first thing come in their minds, okay, where is this place? Where is this amazing place? It's open for the visitors. It's open for the people to doing something or to visit or something like that. Yes, it's open. So this is the positive point. But sometimes, if we doing a kind of harmful for the place, like we touching things or we changing decor for some purpose, this is not be good for the place itself, for the museum itself. But if we are doing it the perfect way, and we follow the instructions how we could play with the museum, it will be a very important thing. And for sure, everything and any place here in Egypt have a lot of stories behind these things.
Wonderful, Rana. By this note, we end this, of course, wonderful interview.
Thank you.
Rana Ihab, an Egyptologist. We had the pleasure to have you with us in today's episode of Nile Cruise. Always a pleasure to have you with us, and of course, you add to us informative knowledge in each and every location we go to. You're always with us. And when it comes to history of Egypt, we cannot ever find better than you as an Egyptologist to help us with our information. Thank you very much for joining us today. Dear viewers, stay tuned. I'll be right back.